You won't be a second. Honest, this is a second. Just, I want to do a small trick where actually I'm a magician. Stay there for a second. What would you get inside a bit of paper?
Your thumb.
Pardon? You get nothing really, do you? You get nothing, okay. But have you got any magic words?
Abracadabra.
Would you blow on that and say abracadabra?
Abracadabra.
There you are, look. That's a present for you now before you go back to work. There you are. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. No, you can keep that. That's for you, yeah.
Can I take it?
Yeah, you certainly can.
I work mainly as a magician stroke mentalist, which is close-up magic and magic of the mind. I first got interested in magic many, many years ago. When I saw a fella, actually, he took a silk from his pocket one time when I was a small boy, and I saw him putting it into his hand. And I was absolutely fascinated when he kept on shoving it into his hand. And all of a sudden, it completely vanished into thin air. And that was my first interest in magic, and it has baffled me ever since.
Sometimes it's called magic, and sometimes it's called an illusion. Okay, and the idea is, I'll just take this wine bottle, okay? We're going to cover the bottle. And the idea is to get the bottle to go right through the table and out the other side. But watch out, look. Ready? There you are now.
But when you see close-up magic right in front of your eyes, that is when it becomes so interesting. And everybody, of course, they want to know how it's done. And everybody thinks that there's something up the magician's sleeves all the time, like rabbits and stuff like that. It doesn't really happen that way.
Oh!
Where's your card? So that is your card, isn't it? All right, there you are. Thanks very much.
I choose the path of doing stuff that is a bit unique. I take chances with a lot of stuff that I do, so I develop new stuff all the time.
Marek, I'd like you to write your name all the way across here, okay? All the way across.
It's the first time I do that.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, I want you to watch, okay? So this is, you know this is your money, okay? So we're going to, it's gone missing.
Oh.
You're not happy with that, okay? And what I'd like you to do is, I'd like you to go into the shop, okay?
Yeah.
And I'd like you to buy a kiwi.
A kiwi.
Would you like to go into the shop and buy a kiwi?
With this.
With any money you want, yeah, any money.
Okay.
You just buy one kiwi. Fantastic.
Just come back.
Yeah. And hopefully she'll pick the right kiwi. Fantastic. You bought a kiwi. Excellent. I've got a knife, okay?
Oh.
And we're going to cut the kiwi here, and we see how many pips are inside the kiwi, okay? Is that fair enough? And inside in that kiwi, there should be some money. Isn't that correct? Would you like to take it out? And would you like to open it out? And would you like to show the camera? Okay, thank you.
Good, yes. Excellent.
It's good?
Thank you.
Excellent.
Yeah.
As time goes on, of course, you develop into the psychology of magic and the psychology of mental magic, and that's very, very rewarding.
Can you remember your first boyfriend, in actual fact? Could you remember his name? You could?
Yeah.
And can you imagine that you're in a cinema? Actually, it's quite simple because you're very easy to read, aren't you?
Really?
I've never met you before, in actual
Okay.
fact, but you have a boy in your mind, don't you? And can you imagine, as you look at my book, that you can actually see his name quite clear? You just imagine all that.
Okay.
So you have one name in your mind, the short version. Just to get the very last letter, yeah?
Okay.
Fantastic. And we'll try this one, okay? You can hold my pencil for me. So when I asked you to think of his name, what name popped into your head?
Declan.
Declan. Did you marry him?
No.
Are you sure? Is he
Yeah.
still around?
Yes.
But he's your boyfriend, is he?
No, no.
Yeah, but that's fairly close, is it?
Oh my god!
Declan.
That's brilliant.
There you are. All right.
I like that.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
The training for mentalism is very different to training for magic. Close-up magic can be learned from books and sleight of hand and videos and stuff like that. The training for mind reading and mentalism is somewhat different. We're all born with so many senses, and we all have extra senses which none of us ever get to use. I just happen to use an extra sense in a little, slightly different way to most other people, and that's how I control people's minds and extract and implant information.
And just keep on saying it in your mind over and over, yeah? Yeah, you have it now, don't you? So would you think I get this right? Would you be fairly sure?
I know.
So when I asked you to think of a name, what name came into your head? What was the name? Pardon?
Anya.
And how do you spell it? That would be fairly close, wouldn't it? Yeah, that would be, wouldn't it?
He's real, lads, he's real.
Sometimes people get a bit scary on how I can tell their first boyfriend's name or their dog's name or their cat's name, but by and large it's done for fun. There's nothing sinister about it. And you have a fish, didn't you? Mm-hmm. And is he a nice fish?
Yes.
And had you a long name in it? It wasn't just fishy, was it?
Yeah, it was quite
fishy, wasn't it?
medium length name.
Okay. We'll try this one. And keep on looking at me and keep on saying his name over and over in your mind. Fantastic. When I asked you to think of the fish's name, what name popped into your head?
Stanley.
Stanley. Why would you call the fish Stanley? That's a man's name.
I wanted to name it
No
something.
other man for life.
Wow. Did you do that?
That's him, isn't it? All right.
I get the opportunity to meet very exciting people. One in particular who I have met and lived with for nearly 3 weeks was the late Michael Jackson. I had the pleasure of being invited by Michael as he was on a holiday here in Ireland, entertaining himself, not all the time, but just having a bit of fun with himself and the kids and just making it very relaxed as such for him here. He was a really nice man. He was a gentleman. From what I saw, looking at him and spending time with him, he was a great father to his kids. He instilled great values in his children as well, completely different to what you'd actually read in the papers. As a mentalist and as a performer, you're putting yourself out there. Everybody wants to catch you out, and of course you will be cut out. Does it go wrong? Absolutely. It goes wrong every now and then. And the true sign of being able to do it well is that if it does go wrong, that people mightn't even know it, that you might move on and change it into something else.
Stop. Okay, will you just take the page number without me seeing it from the bottom?
Yep.
And remember it, yeah?
Yep.
So you've got the page number?
Yep.
Excellent. You remember it?
Yep.
Okay, you can write it down if you want. I make sure I don't see it. I look away just to verify it. So you've got the page number, you've got it written down, all right? No, I'm going to give you the book, all right?
Okay.
And I want you to open the book to the page number that you just looked at. So what page number did you look at?
I tell you?
Yeah.
169.
169. Would you open the book to page 169? And we just show the camera. And you did look at page 169, didn't you?
It is.
So it's actually missing. Is that correct?
That's right.
Have you any idea where it is?
No?
Okay, can I just take your hand? Would you like to come with me for a second? Come on, Sinead, and I'll show you something very interesting. Look, if you look over here very quick. And can you see anything unusual in the glass here? And what's inside the glass?
169.
Page 169. And 1 second, we just get it.
I spend a lot of time studying mentalism and magic of the mind, and my future is to enhance what I do and to enjoy it and to give as much fun to people and fun to myself, and it keeps me happy, and it's a great job actually to be working as a magician, as a mind reader, because you get to meet, as I said earlier on, great people in that, and it keeps you young, it keeps your spirit young all the time. So the plan for the future is to keep on doing it as good as I possibly can and to give people as much entertainment as I can.